All right, so I want to show this again, even though it's super quick, because when I have shown people it, I would say, gosh, 90% of people say, you know what? That makes sense. I kind of like that. And on top of that, the vast majority of Photoshop users, at least cumulatively, popped up, if you will, in the last, I don't know, 5 to 15 years when Photoshop became very mainstream and of course offered, you know, subscription service, Creative Cloud. So it was more accessible, right? And so a lot of people jumped on Photoshop in the last few years, and that's awesome. But this is the default view, somewhat anyway, I've moved things around, of Photoshop when you first open it. And the main thing I'm talking about are these tabs. When you open up multiple images, they open up in these tabs, and that's normal. Now, and what I mean by now is that for many, many years, in fact, basically 2 decades from the beginning of Photoshop onward, images opened in their own windows, separate floating windows. Now, that's not to say that tabs are useless, but they flipped to tabs, and immediately, this happened a few years ago, several years ago actually, and as soon as I first got the latest update of Photoshop that defaulted to tabs, I immediately dug around to see if I could turn that off. And I'm going to show you how to turn it off, but I'm going to explain why first. Now, you may have tons of success working in tabs, flipping back and forth to different project files that are open, and that's great. If you're having success with that, who am I to blow against the wind? However, what I have noticed is that when I like to learn things, so I'm always on YouTube watching tutorials, watching what other people do in Photoshop. There's always something to learn. And when I watch these other videos, 99 times out of 100, people are in tab mode like this because presumably that is the default that Photoshop comes in. Now, a couple of things you can do. One, if you open up a bunch of files and you're in tab mode, you can click the name of the tab, the actual little top of the tab, and drag it. And that's going to let it float, okay? And you can technically do that to all of them, right? And I'm going to explain to you, even though this starts to look like chaos, I'm going to explain to you why I think it's important, okay? So some of these shots, this one, for example, is done. This one is not. Very, very simple little edits, but I have some color grading that I like, etc., etc. Quite often, I have my images just kind of open like this. I'll zoom them out a little bit, you know, Command or Control minus to zoom them out a little bit. And I'll work with one. I'll hit the letter F and I'll go to this mode, which is a different view mode that allows me to kind of focus on that image with the others sort of tucked away behind. And I do what I need to do, etc. I can hit the letter F again and be in this view mode, which is by default, it shows nothing but the image on a black background. All of this is changeable. We'll talk about that in a minute, okay? But this is why it's important to me. When I'm doing a set, in this case, I'm very much doing a set, I like to lay them out. And this is not just because, you know, I was a graphic designer for 30 odd years and I kind of like the idea of printing stuff out and looking at photos maybe in a contact sheet, if you guys know what those are in the film space, etc. I enjoy being able to look at all the shots together and see if they're working together. And in tabs, interestingly enough, you really can't. Certainly not easily, right? And on top of that, let's say, where's my color work? Here they are. I have this layer is my mastering layer. This is another mastering layer and 2 color layers. Cool. I'm going to select them all and get this. I can just drag it over here and I can see what it looks like on that one. I can keep dragging to this one, drag it over to this one. And now I've got the color relatively consistent and I can play around with little details as I need to, right? Okay, well, I've got the properties window on another screen right now. But anyway, point is this layout where you can just put images wherever you want and take a look at them. Now, yeah, okay, if it's 75 images, that's a challenge no matter what, tabs or otherwise. But my sets are usually 3 to 10, and I like to view them like this. And then here again, let me talk about consistency and speed. If I go to this image, click, I can hit F and Control or Command 0, and I'm working on it instantly. Right? Hit F twice and I'm back to this mode and I can zoom it out again and keep working with the other images. I can click around. This is very important to me working in sets because I want them to match. I want to see them next to each other. I want to see how they compare immediately to my eye. And I can immediately tell that on this one and this one where I haven't finished the image and I dragged over the color work, it's too contrasty and the color doesn't sit just right because I know I haven't finished the edit the way I need to, right? So that is one thought there. Now, keep this in mind. At any moment, you can hit Control or Command K and open up your preferences. Now here, under a workspace, this is the default that's on, right? Okay. We also have auto show hidden panels and some other things that I believe I've turned off. I can't remember, including large tabs and enable floating document window docking. I turn all of this off. Now, I'm not sitting here telling you that working in tabs and auto docking tabs and all that is terrible and horrible and that's your problem. And of course, I'm not telling you that. Everyone's preferences is everyone's preferences. But I find that honestly, some pretty experienced Photoshop people who've been at it 5, 6, 7, 10 years and do great work do not realize that you can turn off the tabs or don't understand why you might want to turn off the tabs and work in floating windows. Now, like I said, I come from old Photoshop, and I don't mean 1996. I mean Photoshop even in the last, 15 years, 10 to 15 years, had the windows open up by themselves like this. And to me, it makes much more sense, not just because I'm used to the old way, but because, again, finally, I'll just say it one more time. I like to compare the shots together as if they're like prints on a table, and I can drag and drop back and forth much easier. Sure, you can drag and drop between tabs, but to me, it's so much simpler. So if you want to turn that off, like I said, you can hit Control or Command K, go to Workspace, turn off those kind of things, and then you can either close everything and open them again and they'll be fine, or you can drag them off their tabs and float them around. And you can work both ways. You never know what's convenient for you, right? Sometimes you might want to work on a set in tabs and sometimes you won't, which is why, as a reminder, they have enable floating document window docking. So you can drag one over the other, not so much a layer, but the actual windows over another, and they'll dock together. All that's very, very possible. Now, I've put all of the files kind of piled on top of each other because you have a little bit of a mess here. On top of that, I don't use this too often, but occasionally I do. There's also this function under the window menu under Arrange. Okay, so for example, here I can go to Arrange 6 up, and automatically it's going to put them in tabs that are kind of locked into this grid, and I have all the images. This can be useful, especially if you're working with a second display that all it does is show the image. That can be cool. So right now they're sort of quasi-docked, if you will, in this 6 up arrangement. I can also go back to Arrange and do a 4 up, okay, and see like that. Every now and then, or tile all horizontally, which is not super useful, but vertically might be better. I don't know. Real quick ways to view all your images, yes, even in tabs, but to me, it's not nearly as convenient, literal, and fluid, if you will, just sort of natural feeling than having these windows floating. And like I said, sometimes I'll zoom them out and I'll lay them out. Also, it's not just seeing them together. Sometimes it's seeing the order of them, right? And I've been really thinking about that lately because I've been producing a book, right? This art book that comes out hopefully February 2025 is the goal. And I like seeing the order. I like seeing how the layouts work together next to each other. Yeah, I'm also doing that in InDesign for the book because that's the final production is in InDesign. But while I'm in Photoshop finishing the images, I want to see how they work together. So for me, floating windows make sense. I've talked way too long about it, but consider trying it. And if you have any thoughts, or if you prefer, the tabs for some reason that I'm not aware of, please let me know. It's just an idea.